Then it's treated with a reagent and chemically dissociated, meaning the cells are separated from the tissue. The sample is then placed in a centrifuge, which allows the scientists to collect the cells and transfer them into a growth medium. 1 to 2 weeks later, Suam has the cells necessary for the cloning process. Suam then goes to a laboratory animal provider where they rent 2 dogs, an egg donor and a surrogate mother. Starting with the egg donor, doctors take the dog into an operating room where they sedate her, place her on the operating table, slice her open, pull out her ovaries, and collect her eggs.
We have 6 from left ovary and 6 from right ovary.
Once the eggs are collected, a scientist places them under a microscope and uses a pipette to extract the nucleus.
If you see the shiny part, this is where the genetic material is.
Suam is removing the DNA from the eggs.
As you can see, we can verify that all of the genetic material has been taken out.
And by removing the DNA, Suam is creating genetically empty eggs, meaning the breed of the egg donor dog won't matter since none of its DNA will be passed on to the cloned puppy. From here, a Suam scientist injects the cells taken from the biopsy sample of the original dog into the empty eggs. Under normal circumstances, sperm is a necessary component for reproduction. But in this cloning process, sperm is replaced by 2 things: the cell from the original dog and a series of short electrical shocks from a machine called the electro-cell manipulator. The electrical currents from this machine activate and fuse together the membranes of the egg and cell, creating a fertilized embryo. After just 1 minute, Suam has a whole batch of cloned dog embryos to work with. Next, Suam moves on to the second rental dog, the surrogate mother. Back in the operating room, the doctors sedate the surrogate, place her on the operating table, slice her open, pull out her ovaries and uterus, and inject up to 15 cloned embryos into her uterus. 30 days later, Suam is able to verify the surrogate's pregnancy, which they say has about a 40% success rate. If the procedure fails, they'll examine what went wrong and repeat the process using a different surrogate mother. When a successful pregnancy is confirmed, it takes another 30 days for the surrogate mother to give birth.
Hello, I'm Desard. And I'm Keirint. And we are going to talk about cloning. We all have heard about cloning, but do we know what it really is?
Cloning is made by people like me, and it is just the replication of the DNA.
As you might know, everything started with Dolly the sheep.
And it was the first mammal to ever be cloned.
Because the first species to ever be cloned were sea urchins. It was huge success.
We have listed some thoughts on what we think cloned humans would do or have rights for.
I want to be the presidential candidate for the United States of America. How dare you? You are not even a human.
Go away.
How disgusting.
Leave, you alien.
We would use them to help us on our daily jobs.
Good job. If there was going to be another person here, he wouldn't have done that.
I can shoot lasers.
I can control gravity.
And I can fly.
They can steal our identities.
They can turn bad and threaten our lives.
Give me your money. Please don't do this to me. I thought we were friends.
Because this field is still being explored, we don't have any idea what's the best to believe to.
We asked some friends about their opinions on cloning of humans.
Bring up a lot of problems, and it could take identity theft to an entirely new level. I could be safe anymore when it comes to DNA. We spread DNA by our hair, by our skin, and we should, in the future, if cloning was made a possibility, I think it would be a very hard time for everybody else, because as I said before, DNA could be spread very easily, and we would have to be very careful where we put our DNA, where we put our hair, and so I don't think that it would be a very good idea to make cloning a possibility for everyone.
I think there's nothing wrong with cloning as long as there are certain laws protecting them. I believe that they're a step further in science, so we should all learn to accept them in our society.
Cloning, I think about cloning that cloning is a step forward in science, but I don't think that it has a good impact on our society. I think it damages our people's lives. That's what I think about cloning.
Being in two places at the same time will be a dream come true for scientists, but I think it will have negative effects.
I'm not against cloning, but I think that the technology that we have for the moment isn't capable of doing that, and in my opinion it shouldn't be used for at least 200 seconds.